In the story of every nation, there are legends, and then there are lifelines. India's journey from colony to freedom to global power did not happen alone. Some marched on foot, some lifted their voices, and some quietly moved a nation forward, one shipment at a time. This is their story. 125 years ago, a young man named Palongji Katgara carried nothing but a dream and a remarkable sense of conviction. He needed money. What he had was trust. A friend named Jeena loaned him $75 with a single condition: name the company after me. Do you know how that $75 bond is still driving one of India's longest-standing corporate legacies? They say legacies are built on capital. This one was built on conviction.
Any successful business has to rely on its core values that were established at the beginning, that have stand the test of time.
In 1900, Jeena and Company moved paper and parcels. What they really carried was responsibility, reliability, and reputation.
I've been privileged in my life to be born into the Katgara family, which is a Parsi Zoroastrian family that actually started one of India's first cargo, travel and tourism business, Jeena and Company, in 1900.
There were only two other companies really doing this job, which was Thomas Cook's and Cox and Kings. We were the first Indian company to actually compete with these giants.
Welcome to Jeena and Company. 125 years of living history, growing alongside India. As India marched toward freedom, Jeena marched alongside through colonial barriers, through the shadows of 2 world wars, through the early sparks of a rising nation. While India battled for independence, the Katgara family sought to preserve something equally fragile, a business built not for profit, but for purpose.
We had, as a family, 2 large businesses. One was a travel business, TCI, and the other one, of course, is our mainstay, Jeena.
Nariman Katgara was fondly referred to as NJK, and my late father, Adi Katgara, as AJK. So NJK looked after Jeena predominantly, and AJK looked after TCI.
The Katgaras didn't just build a company, they built a community. From porters to programmers, from drivers to decision makers, the Jeena family grew far beyond.
NJK and AJK, between them, had started their working life in Jeena at a very young age. Unfortunately, their father died in 1945, and it forced NJK to jump into the business to take control of the situation without knowing what is what. And he was 18, my father was 17.
My father Adi and my uncle Nari were both pioneers and visionaries in the world of tourism in India. They took part in many international tourism conferences, and they also won many awards from them.
So we were opening resorts or hotels in areas which are not developed. Started with the Laccadive Islands first. At that time, there were no flights. It was only by ship from Cochin, that too twice a week.
And we had to set up everything there. There was nothing on that island. We set up the huts, very, very simple huts. I went to Cochin and I bought the mattresses and the beds and the cutlery. And this is the first time we really opened them up for tourism, for which we won an award from the government of India for pioneering tourism activities. And we have won the National Tourism Award 16 times for the highest foreign exchange earners for India.
Jeena and India share fascinating similarities of diverse culture, studious intellect, abundant knowledge, with a heart anchored in inclusivity, human connection, and generational trust.
So when the first 2 elders, my brothers, they were given the option to join the travel business or to join the cargo business. So they started in Jeena, got to know a little bit, and then moved on to TCI. Left the 3 of us. When we came into the business, our fathers and uncles, they never gave us a choice. So we had only Jeena, and of course, at that time it looked like we had a slightly raw deal, but today there's no looking back. I think we are the fortunate 3.
5 generations, 12 voices, 1 sentiment, that Jeena and Company is not a business story. It is a family hobby.
81, we were the first operators to start charters from Europe to India. And in those days, you could do Goa and Kathmandu. And ever since then, charters really took off to Goa.
Jeena never just followed trends. They set them steadily, without the spotlight.
One of the things we did to promote tourism to India, which nobody has done before or after, is to charter a ship, a riverboat actually, which plied on the river Rhine. And we took dancers and musicians and fashion shows, and we had mehendi, and we had the whole cultural aspect of India was highlighted.
Amazingly, the Katgaras actually chartered travel experiences, both for their guests and themselves.
Both companies were growing well, and we had a sort of a unwritten code that we have to meet over lunch every day. So AJK would come from the TCI office to our Jeena office every day, and lunchtime was sacrosanct. A lot of important decisions, whether business related, whether family related, expansions, whatever, were taken on that lunch table. And those moments are some that we really treasure even today.
Some of India's best-known business families are owned by Parsis. So what is the soul connection between this community and the nation? Maybe compassion, or could be a paradox of being a happy minority in a country of 1 billion and more.
So as per a review published by Harvard Business, there are only 25 companies at a global level who have completed more than 125 years.
It means an intriguing question. What is their thought process and actions that enables them to create such businesses that sustain for such a long time?
Important knowledge that was imparted to us by both NJK and AJK is do business transparently, do business with good ethics, and never do business with borrowed money. And that again has sort of stood us in our life journey at the Jeena. We've never really borrowed long-term debt. We've never had debt on our books.
Only one word would come to me at the top, which is loyalty. Loyalty not only from the point of customers, from vendors, but loyalty from the people who are in the Jeena family. And they have been the real support, the real backbone. And today the kind of culture that they display, I would say, is very much the family culture. And that is really what differentiates us and keeps us going strong after so many years.
At Jeena, people weren't hired to fill roles. They were guided to fulfill their purpose. Probably why employees stay on for years together.
My name is Hector Patel. I've been with Jeena for over 30 years.
I'm Kayoma driver. I have been with this company in the last 27 years.
This is Pradipin Kaur. I have been here for 27 years now.
We encourage people to grow. I have seen people have grown from manager up to the branch heads, the departmental heads, even the board members.
Jeena has been built on the 3 I's: innovation, industry, and India.
Customer. Here, Cyrus, can we do something unique to promote Indian goods in Spain? So I just told him off the cuff, why don't you get the elephant? He said, yeah, Cyrus, it's a great idea. I said, great idea means like, yeah, we should do it. Now I was in a little dilemma. What are we going to do? Okay, let me give it a try. We got the Indian elephant, we did everything, made the cage, negotiated with the airline, how to deliver the cargo. And finally, when the elephant had to go in his cage, he just wouldn't go. Like everyone is wondering how to push him in, nothing. Finally, one smart Alex sitting out there said, sir, you have not got his mouth. Oh, yeah, the mouth was the most important guy in the elephant. Mouth was a young boy. So he came, the elephant listened, everything what the mouth had to say. Elephant went in the cage, dressed in a Maharaja's outfit, you know how the Maharajas dress the elephant, and he was put outside the show. Department store was in the main square of Madrid, and it attracted so much attention and so much publicity that probably they did the best sale ever.
Innovation kept Jeena prepared. Industry kept Jeena persistent. India kept Jeena rooted.
We used to do sea air shipments, and a transit time was committed of about, say, 15 to 18 days. And now it's 28th day, we could not deliver the shipment because of a lot of hiccups. But this was one of the largest shipments which we did. It was supposed to go to Spain. I was completely prepared to give a full explanation of what has happened. But then I suddenly realized that all the data, everything is available with them. Sometimes probably things like Dhamma works or what happened. I packed up all my papers, put my file back, and everybody was wondering what this guy is doing. I said, I've come all the way from India to Spain just to apologize to you. That's it. Pin drop silence in the room. Everyone wondering what's happening. And then he invited all of us for lunch. We all were pretty surprised. So he tells all the people sitting in the room, this is the answer, upfront. We continued the business for many more years after that. The moral of the story is, be upfront with your customers. They appreciate that much more than giving stories.
They didn't survive because they were the strongest. They survived because they were steadfast and resilient.
125 years journey, it's not always been smooth sailing. Jeena has survived the First World War, the Second World War, the Indo-Pak wars, and there was one stage when we really almost perished ourselves. 85% of the business was controlled by the multinational. They wanted to buy into Jeena. And this was really a dilemma because we had so many offices, we had so many people, so many families to support, and the business would even be coming down to less than 10%. We took the bold decision at that time that we would start from the scratch. And Cyrus, myself, both undertook extensive trips all over the world. For 5 weeks, we used to be traveling at one time, going from country to country, visiting between 4 and 5 agents in each location per day. And then we came back and consolidated what we had done. And then we planned that we will work with one reliable agent in a country and never take a decision that we'll work with one large multinational worldwide. This is one of the major steps that has kept us alive for 125 years.
When India liberalized, Jeena didn't wait. It expanded into more offices, more sectors, more possibilities, from pharma to fine art, from aerospace to lifestyle, from machinery to microchips. They didn't just move goods, they moved possibilities.
Historically, when a shipment arrives into India, an importer is used to waiting for days or even weeks in those days for their shipments to get cleared. We were able to clear goods in a matter of hours. So if the shipment leaves LA today, we are already filing the documents, it lands on the ground tomorrow in Mumbai, and it's out the next day or the day after that at latest. And today we are doing it in hours. It lands today, it's out the same evening.
Our service excellence program is extremely unique and a first in this industry.
From the time we get the business, we get the documents, we get the cargo, we clear it, we custom clear it, we put it on board a vessel, the transit time of the vessel, including the transshipment point and arrival at destination. We monitor this all from our system. So we not only take responsibility of the activities that we do, but we even take responsibility of the carriers and delivering to the customer a transit time that is promised. The system records the dates as the activity is completed. And if the end result is about 90% plus, then it is considered as that we have achieved an excellent service.
The Katgara family is a living example of setting benchmarks in India's logistics and freight forwarding history while taking ownership and sharing responsibilities. Generations of the Katgara family have not only shaped Indian, but global travel and freight bodies. Nariman J. Katgara was amongst the founding members and the president of Air Cargo Agents Association of India and Travel Agents Association of India. Adi Katgara represented India at the American Seed Trade Association Convention. Jehangir Katgara led the Travel Agents Association of India. Palongji Katgara headed the United States Tour Operators Association, New York. Sam Katgara was the president, and so far, the only Indian to be the chairman of Federation of Asia-Pacific Air Cargo Associations. And Cyrus Katgara founded and later led the Air Cargo Forum of India. He was also appointed as the ambassador to the port of Halifax, Canada. And just as India stepped on the global stage, Jeena became one of its most trusted backstage forces.
Customs went live with the GST modules and GST started in India. Jeena was the only forwarder whose shipping bills and bill of entries were getting uploaded into the customs portal and the shipments were getting cleared.
We are always looking at ourselves from the perspective of our clients, the perspective of our partners, and I believe that has helped us evolve and make processes and systems internally that matches up the expectations of the outside world.
I met a new agent in Amsterdam, introduced by a friend of mine. And he mentioned to me that he was longing to work with Jeena for many years and he was glad to meet me. What was the reason of wanting to work with Jeena? And he just mentioned that Jeena is very ethical and always pays its foreign agents in time. I was sown with a sense of pride.
The Katgara family is at the core of Jeena and they have retained this culture and these values, and I'm a witness to this journey.
We have long-standing overseas partners. We just celebrated our 40-year of partnership with our German agent. So they have been equally part of our journey. Same way we worked with one of our partners in UK for 32 years. A lot of such examples in our global network.
Did you know Jeena and Company quietly shaped many firsts in India's logistics, trade, and travel history? Early 1900s, first Indian granted railway and steamship ticketing rights. 1925, India's first Indian-owned travel agency. 1930, the first department store on rails. Exhibition trains taking goods from cities to villages. 1949, represented India at the ASTA convention in Mexico. 1970, introduced export quality control centers. 1979, shipped live human glands from Bangalore to Stockholm in under 48 hours, unheard of for its time. 1980, opened full operations in Visakhapatnam after a 26,000-ton power project. 1996, brought WWF wrestling to India, moving a 3-ton ring across cities. 1997, offered cold storage warehousing before cold chain became a national need. 2008, supported Ferrari's Magic India Discovery Tour, a 74-day odyssey across 57 cities. And now, Jeena celebrates 125 years, a legacy built on quiet firsts, decisive innovation, and uncompromising integrity.
This company is not just a business, it's an institution that has stood the test of time.
There are organizations in our industry that have also had the privilege of being over many, many decades in our business. And there are organizations such as Jeena that have totally tested the time of change.
Change that adds value and which forges partnerships and not just transactional business.
Today, the world recognizes India beyond being just a market as the next superpower. And stories like Jeena and Company, with 125 years of experience, are reflections that are driving Viksit Bharat.
We are in the process of remodeling our complete IT system, making sure that we are able to provide the best service to our customers. We are now incorporating artificial intelligence, automation, robotic processing. It's all about what we can give to the customer and how quickly we are able to deliver it.
History is not just about archiving a corporate chronicle. It is about archiving inspiring stories of families, living the story of generations, walking in step with a nation finding its place in the world.
We have the 4th generation to be in business and now enters the 5th generation.
We are fortunate to have an enthusiastic young 5th generation who's already inducted in the business. Some of them already telling us how to run the business, which is very interesting.
Their fresh ideas, their views in this digital world, which is a little still alien for our generation. We hope that they will take Jeena to the next level.
I always saw my father working on his emails, on calls, whether we were at dinner, whether we were on family vacation, wherever we were, Jeena always came first. That was something that I don't think I aligned to when I was much younger, and only now do I really see the importance of it.
We came to Jeena with the mission to set up marketing from the ground up while maintaining the legacy and family spirit of the company and portraying that to the world.
And it's a big responsibility for us, and we are definitely looking forward to it.
And these pages of history celebrate the wisdom of a family that understands what the Republic of India truly represents. A blend of cultures, instincts, intellect, resilience, with an unbreakable belief in coexistence.
When we as a country achieve Viksit Bharat by 2047, Jeena will be completing 150, almost achieving 150 years. So that will be another landmark story for Jeena and Company.
We are in the right place at the right time, and with the growth of what's happening around us, we automatically also are growing. So much new infrastructure is being put in place. Cargo is being looked at seriously. In the coming years, it's a very optimistic outlook, and we will continue to push and support whatever we can to make India grow.
Yes, we are an Indian-owned company. We have Indianness at heart. We are a family-owned company. We are family at heart. We are a global freight forwarder. We practice bringing cultures together. I believe we are not only representing Jeena, but you're representing our industry and the ever-changing India.
If the first 125 years were about moving freight, the next 125 years will be about moving frontiers, from warehouses to data clouds, from the earth to the moon.
It's a legacy, it's a story, it's a family. It's something that'll last 125 years more. And who knows, maybe that Jeena will be on the moon.
Welcome to a legacy of trust, a legacy of resilience, a legacy of India in motion. Welcome to Jeena and Company, 125 years of moving with India.